Hello everyone, Coach Carver here. In this course, you're going to hear us talk about a few different types of analysis, right? You're going to hear things like technical analysis, which involves marking up the charts, looking at overall structure, identifying the trend, and price action. But in this training, what I want to talk to you about was fundamental analysis. And now that's going to include the news and everything that's kind of really going on in our economy. I want to go over the importance of checking the news before every single trading session, guys. You need to get in the habit of checking the news before you trade. And what I want to talk about is how this may affect you and your trading plan. Trading during the news can be extremely risky. Some pairs have been known to jump hundreds of pips within just a few minutes. What does that mean for you? Let's say you were to jump in a trade and it goes the complete opposite way and closes you out before you even realize what happens. You could potentially lose hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on the amount that you choose to leverage on each trade. Guys, what I want to do is I want to put you in the position to where you know how to check the news, how to read the news, and even know how to avoid the news, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go over a couple platforms. And the first one here is I would like you to follow along with me to forexfactory.com. All right, so now that we're over here at forexfactory.com, guys, I want to go ahead and do a little orientation for you and also help you go ahead and get a few things set up. So first of all, I want to point out that the time is automatically going to be set to Eastern Standard Time. So for those of you that do not live over here on the East Coast, please go ahead and create an account in the upper right hand corner. You click on join, it's free. All it's going to ask you for is a username, a password, an email, and the country that you are trading from. Go ahead and fill that out. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do so. All right. So now what I want us to do is I want us to go ahead and get our time to the appropriate settings. So if you click on the clock over here in the upper right hand corner, it's going to show you how to set your time. Again, if you don't have an account, if you're not logged in, it will not let you change your time. So what you'll have to do is go ahead and log in. All right. And we are in. Back to the time. Now you have the ability to go ahead and change your time. Let's say you live in Alaska or even on the West Coast, Pacific time. Guys, you can come in here, you can find your time zone, go ahead and click on it, get it set up. And then you can also choose whether you like AM or PM or if you'd like a 24-hour military time setup. All you need to do then is just go ahead and save your settings. Now that we got that out of the way and we have it converted to your local time, let's go ahead and click on the calendar. So once we're in the calendar, this is going to show the news for the entire month. And a little orientation here, you're going to see the date. So this is the date that the news is coming out. You're going to see the times, whether it's all day or if it's at a specific time. And then you're also going to see a green arrow here. This is going to show you what is coming up next. So our next news for us is going to be December 29th at 9 a.m. And then you're going to see the currency, right? So that would be for the US dollar. And then you'll have the type of impact. There's 4 different types of impact that we can see here. You'll see 4 different folders: gray, yellow, orange, and red. A gray folder is going to be a non-economical impact news. So this is just essentially saying it's a banking holiday or the banks are closed. Then you'll have a yellow folder, which is going to be a low impact expected news. And typically this has little to no effect on the markets. And then as you see, we're going to come through and there'll be some orange folders. This is going to be more of our, hey, start to slow down. Maybe go ahead and take a look at this and figure out if this is going to affect the market or even the currency pair that you are trading, right? See, we got an orange folder here on January 4th coming up. It's going to be the final manufacturing PMI. Let's say we wanted to go ahead and read what this is going to do to the market. We go ahead and click on open detail or this manila envelope here. And this is going to show you the source, the measures, the usual effect, the frequency, and then the next release. So the next time that this is going to come out, and then you'll have the notes and then why traders should care, right? This is a good little notes and it'll kind of break down how this would affect you and your trading plan. You'll see the usual effect. If the actual is greater than the forecast, then it's good for the currency, which means it's going to become bullish or maybe even the price is going to go up. If the forecast is greater than the actual, then it's not really going to be good for the currency and it's going to become bearish. So that's just a couple of things to keep in mind here. We can continue on down. If you want to click on the X right where the folder was originally, it will close out that news and we can jump down into our next news. So we have here on January 4th, all day news, right? This is a big red folder. You need to look at this as like a big stop sign. Hey, stop. Maybe I should take a look at this. I suggest to all my beginner traders, don't trade during news, right? Definitely don't trade during news, and especially not during binary options trading. So if we want to go ahead and take a look at this, we can see it's the OPEC JMMC meetings. Go ahead and open up the folder, and you'll see that the frequency of this is monthly. This comes out every single month, and it's essentially the 13 of the 11 oil-rich nations coming together and discussing the ranges of issues regarding energy markets. Guys, you can see the breakdown here. Feel free to come and check it out at any point in time. But there's another thing that I really want to point out that happens every single month, and it is NFP. You'll hear things like NFP week, and that's non-farm payroll. And it's going to be going over a few different red folders that has a major impact on the market. And it typically affects the Canadian pairs and the US dollar. And it's going to be going over the employment change, unemployment rate, the average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and the unemployment rate. So if we were to go ahead and click on any of these folders here, let's say we wanted to look at the unemployment rate here, and this does come out at 8:30 a.m. on the first Friday of every single month. Let's open this up and we'll see, all right, we have our source, we have our measures. The usual effect would be actual, which is less than the forecast, is good for the currency. So you'll see the actual here, it's a little bit lower than the typical forecast. And then you'll be able to, just kind of see the breakdown of it and then why traders should care. I highly suggest that you guys take some time after watching this video to come and just kind of look at these different folders and see what they mean, read through them and see why you should care, see how it affects the market. But if you're just a beginner trader and you'd like to come and see, hey, do I have any red folders? Okay, no, I'm good. And then if there is, okay, I'm gonna maybe stay away from that currency pair. So let's say, on Friday, January 8th, I'm going to tell you right now, for binary options, I'm not going to be trading any pair that has to do with the Canadian dollar or the US dollar. So we're not going to be trading like Euro USD or, Euro CAD or USD CAD, anything like that. So definitely make sure that you guys are avoiding these. If you're just coming in at a beginner strategy and you don't really know what to do, the best thing I can say is come to either forexfactory.com or my FX book, check the news, see if there's any high impact or red folders here. And if there is, stay away from the pair. Very simple. As long as we have low impact news, we're good to go. So there's a little, kind of breakdown for that here. If you do forget what any of this stuff means, you can come over here to the left-hand corner. You'll see legend. It's going to show you that the red folders are high impact, the orange is medium, the yellow is low, and the gray is non-economical. You'll be able to come through here, see the revisions up next, and kind of get a little breakdown for you here. I also highly suggest that you guys come and look at the different times that news has happened, and even go back and check it on TradingView. Start to back test it, see what price has actually done. There are some traders that are extremely successful traders because they essentially mastered fundamental analysis, figuring out how the news really takes an effect on the markets. But for you guys that are just kind of starting off and getting going, the biggest thing I can say is before every single trading session, come here and just simply see if there's news going on for that day. Okay, maybe my trading time is 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. Let's figure out if there's any news during that time. Right, come through here. All right, we're good to go. No red folders, right? So definitely go through this. And what I want to do now is I want to jump on over to our second thing. This is going to be my FX book. You have the ability to check the news here. For our more tech savvy people, they do have an app. You can download it onto your phone. You can use this. But if you come here to the web browser, right, we're on myfxbook.com. We go to the drop down for home, economical calendar, click out here. All right, and then we're essentially going to see the same thing, date, time. Instead of the currency pair listed, we do have a flag. You hover it over it, it'll show you which is which. You'll see what's going on, and then you're going to see the type of impact that it has, none, low, and then you're going to see medium, and even, let's find our high. And then our high impact news. You can also set alerts. If you'd like to set an alert and you do have a MyFXBook account, you can set an alert and that will go to your phone. A little reminder, hey, maybe take a look at this. We have a red folder, we have high impact news. So definitely keep this in mind, guys. You can set alerts. This is just another option that you can use to check news. I know my FX book does have a couple of other things that Forex Factory does not. Like I know that they can go ahead and put out news on crypto. So guys, please take a look at both of these platforms and see how they may affect you. And then we'll jump into a little review for you here. All right, guys, so just a little review. We just went over for forexfactory.com and myfxbook.com, two amazing platforms that you can use to check and read the news. And again, as a beginner and intermediate level, please just stay away from the markets at any point in time that there are red folders, that high impact news. Whether you're basic or intermediate, the biggest suggestion that I could say is until you truly understand it and master it, just please stay away, especially when trading binary options. It is extremely risky and you can lose a lot of money. So please just make sure that you go through and get in the habit of every single day before you jump into the markets, before you even log into your binary broker, just go ahead and head on over to one of these two platforms or even both and just check the news, do your due diligence. Hey, during this trading time, am I going to have any impact on my trading session? Is there going to be any red folder news or any high impact news that could potentially stop me out or throw my price in the complete opposite direction that I'm wanting it to go? So please do your due diligence and just take the time to understand the process and just get in the habit of every single day checking the news. It'll be your friend. Thank you guys, and we'll see you on this next one.